Old Idward's a scholar.
Hello there. Step right up and allow yourself the pleasure of my company. I am the great Oleander Sinclair, alchemist virtuoso. Today only I am offering the people of Yelvan a special... What am I offering? Blast! The potion's wearing off. Yes, Yolvan. Quite appealing. You should visit. Where is Yolvan again? You like that head of yours? Well, if you do, I'd advise you stay here in the north. You could end up like those in Canarok. Poor souls are spider snacks. Not my first choice of campsites, but better than the alternatives. I'll gladly take war-sworn swine over giant spiders. Wouldn't anyone? They don't like me. Because they're brutes, I'd wager. Or because I stole from their treasure hoard. That's probably the reason. Castellantine Delphric wants to lock me up. Me, Oleander Sinclair. Did I mention that he's famous? That I'm famous? I'm Oleander Sinclair. The worst of the worst, that one. Honourable, proven, courageous. Who could ever be proud of such qualities? Beautiful woman. Ravishing. In fact, I made clear my intentions to woo her. She made clear her intentions to break my nose. Surely you've heard of him. The most famous travelling potion salesman whatever lived. The guy I landed on and killed. Knew him, did you? I mean, I'm him. That's me, Oleander. In their prime, they were silk farmers. But now the villages are ruin. You can go and see for yourself. I wouldn't advise it, though. You know, a person who makes potions from things like fungal spores and droppings. A person like me. A virtue... What? Perhaps you should use words people actually understand. Someone here is looking mighty foolish right now. It's me. I'm the one looking foolish. A potion. His potion, I mean. Oleander Sinclair. See, I'm not really him. He being a dead guy I found in a mine nearby. Landed on, really, but he was already dead. Maybe I took his coin and drank one of his potions. That's when things got strange. I could make potions, tonics, cordials, restoratives. Turns out I really like alchemy, but the potion's effects are fading. Will you help me make another? Let's just say before I became Oleander Sinclair, I was less a travelling alchemist and more of a robber of travelling alchemists and other people. I don't recall the potion's name. No surprise, I can't even remember my own name. That's the price you pay for being for being a liar. Those war-sworn curs likely have one in their keep. I'm not sure. They won't let me in. On account of my being a liar. You could make the potion using the proper reagents, but that would require work. We've got to hurry, though, because I'm getting dumber by the moment. Scour the keep and you'll find something useful. You wouldn't believe what those war-sworn are hoarding in there. Please hurry.
This one is all mine.
Another, is it? Brother Fallon dead on the road? Oh, what is this town coming to? At least you have the plague shield. It will last, for a while yet at any rate. Thank you. Thank you and bless you so very, very much. If you have a need for healing, do come back. Well, she made no friends when she first settled here. Don't know which had less sense in their noggins, her or the crafter lot. And what I'd like to know is, why didn't she see it coming? Well, on your way with you.
It's the boggarts bring the blood plague.
Logris. You surprised me. What are you doing down here? I see my Jotun have failed at their orders. But did Padaxes send you? Lysander, perhaps? Tell me. Those fools have no idea what I'm capable of. Which is obvious if you're all they sent to stop me. You act as though you're surprised to find me here. As if you weren't sent here to stop me. My pursuit. But you're too late. Even now, my deathless servants rise from centuries of slumber. It is clear I cannot let you live. But answer me this, and I'll grant you a swift death. Which one sent you? Was it Padaxes or Lysander? Fine. Whether you're an agent of the Rose Court or the Onyx Tower, you can take your secret to the grave. My spell commands untold legions. Soon, both of their houses will crumble. You, however, will not live to see their ruin.
You're back. Glad to see you made her out of there alive. We felt the earth shake when you hadn't returned. But no matter. Our town is forever in your debt. Please, take this. It's not much, after all you've done, but we would like you to have it. Until later, then.
Can't stop now. It's good to keep working. It reminds me that I'm still alive, that you saved us. Keep safe.
Looking to harvest the webwood? I'm sorry, but you're on your own. Be well.
You have my thanks. All of our thanks, I'm sure. Not soon enough.
I'm sorry for being hysterical with you earlier. I lost a husband to those monsters before you arrived, and I was sure to lose my son. But you've saved us, Billis and I. I thank you for that, and wish I had something for your trouble. I'll give you all I can. Beware the forest.
Keep it brief. I've work.
What's this? Roads? I do believe I'm becoming even dumber than I was before, and I was pretty feeble. Hope this works. Bottoms up, mate. I think it's working. Indubitably. Plethora. Effulgent. There it is. Now I should be able to brew up anything I need in no time. As agreed, here's your payment. You're a real lifesaver. Not sure if I'll ever quite remember who I am, where I'm from. Probably for the best. Didn't like that fellow. Me. I like to wander. Most in Yolven do. It's a crossroads, really. The place between where you are and wherever you mean to be. A word of warning. Avoid the southern road into Webwood. Spiders as big as a man down there.
Interesting. You're not at all what I expected to find here. I trailed a band of Tuatha to this place. They killed the Fate Weaver. I was hoping his corpse would give me an idea of why they were here. Now I know. They were hoping to find you. Knowing you, you're definitely involved. But something tells me I know you better than you knew yourself. Don't you remember me? I'm hurt. No time for introductions now. The Tuatha are still on the move. I'm certain that we'll see one another again. Soon. Be on your way.
What happened here? Arden's dead. How did this happen? If so, then I sure didn't see her. I was hoping to avoid this, but I think I'm going to have to take you to Delok. Maybe not directly, but something isn't right. His fate was changed, and you're the only person I've seen who can do that. I'm going to have to handle this myself, I guess. I was hoping I could avoid Delok. Go. I'll meet you there once I give Arden a proper funeral. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but we're going to have to go to Delok. Maybe something there can tell me why I can't see your fate. He died before his time, but I can't imagine many tears will be shed for him. You tell enough futures and soon you won't have any friends left. Under the Delok ruins in Etenmere is a nexus of oracular power. It's where the Fate Weaver Order was founded, but no one has been there in over 100 years. Everyone thinks the immortal Fae are enigmas, but they've got it all wrong. The Fae are simple, far simpler than mortals. They never change. Even when their bodies die, they reform again, often years later. You know where you stand with a gnome. They're always so focused on their work or research or what have you, that they've got no time for lies. Shame, they try to stay out of fights. Much as we could use their help in the war, staying neutral is about the only way they can stay safe. Ah, the warm and welcoming Fae of the Summer Court. They were the ones who welcomed man, Alpha, and Gnome into the Feylands. You'd hardly realize the Tuatha are the same sort of creature. This is twice now I've buried the bodies left in your wake. It's good you're here. I was beginning to think you were just something I saw in the bottle. Welcome to the ruins of Delok. Because for some reason, you can change fate. In here, I can get a glimpse of the whole of the weave and see where you should fit in. We'll see soon enough. Deep below us is the Theater of Fate, where the Immortals taught man, Alpha, and Gnome to read the destiny of the world. Come with me. Maybe I am crazy, but not about this. It's the ruins of the Theater of Fate. This is where the first Fate Weavers learned how to read the weave. They left their wisdom behind in the Destiny Stone. I'm hoping that the stone will tell me who you are. In we go. Ever since this place was abandoned, strange beasts have moved in. Stay close. This place has been abandoned for so long that some Fate Weavers think it's just a legend. The theater can show us the whole tapestry of fate, laid bare. We can do nothing to change it, or prevent its horrors. Well, most of us can't. After all those years of hiding in a bottle, it's good to see some action again. If only one last time. We're almost there. Or at least as far as I can take you. I've seen this. This moment. I'm sorry, my friend. This is as far as I can take you. I'm still alive. He was supposed to... Do you have any idea what you've done? What sort of power you're playing with? I know you don't have a written fate, but it's more than that. You're stealing the power of their fates. You're changing the fates of everyone around them. Because of you, there are deeds he won't do. Children of his that won't be born. Victims that won't die when they were supposed to. Yes, I'm aware. But there's still no telling what damage you could do if you aren't careful. You're much more dangerous than I thought. We need to get you to the Theater of Fate right away. The Theater of Fate was once an Irathi stronghold. Mortals and immortals worked together to build a site of total understanding. Since then, it's been lost, rediscovered, and abandoned all over again. Mortals can't stand the knowledge, and immortals simply don't care. The Theater of Fate. I never thought I'd see it. We Fate Weavers never fully understood the power of this place. Seems there's a lot we don't understand. Gods, I should have brought another bottle. No surprise that Niskaru found its way to this place of power. Everything about these ruins is dedicated to this room, and at the center of it all is the Destiny Stone. With it, the Fae taught the Fate Weavers the answers to the deepest mysteries of fate. Put your hands on the stone, and maybe we can find answers to your own mysteries. The Niskaru are hideous creatures of chaos and corruption. They hated the Arathi, but unlike them, the Niskaru still stalk our world. Thankfully, they've mostly been driven back from the Feylands, but you still find a few lurking deep underground. This temple was built by the Arathi, and it's been here as long as recorded history. But the Destiny Stone was made by the first Fate Weavers. The legends say that they drew on ageless wisdom to build the stone. But with our order so scattered now, it hasn't been used in years. Just put your hand on the Destiny Stone. It'll show me where you fit into the tapestry of fate. The Destiny Stone came apart at your touch, and all around you the tapestry of fate, unweaving itself. And there at the core was the Codex of Destiny. The wisdom that the Fae used to help the first Fate Weavers understand the nature of the weave. Don't you see what this means? Ha! A small price to pay for the Codex of Destiny. If we can find a way to read that, it might help us understand something about you. But for now, just understand this. You're changing the fate of everyone you meet. That could make you more powerful than anything that's walked this world. No. You can still die or fail, but fate doesn't enforce the weave on you. Your gift is freedom, to you and to those around you. And that means I owe you a... Wait, what's that?
Purge the abomination! In the name of Gadflaw!
Well, this looks like some fun.
Who are you? How do we know you're not working with the Tuatha?
I don't care if you trust me. I'm much more interested in your friend here. You're welcome. I'm beginning to think that these Tuatha don't like you. Now, why do you think that might be? After all, someone who can change the fate of the world, who wouldn't want you? Enough to know you're something special. Far more interesting than you were before you died. And that's saying quite a bit. Now it's my turn. What are you doing here? Ha! Knowing the future is for fools. Who reads the end of a book before it's time? Save your attention for the present. Like that codex you found? Our scholars thought those were all gone from the world. But you're just full of surprises. Good luck understanding it. That's Fey knowledge. They don't even have a written language. The stone is simply embedded with what they know, unseeable to mortals. Normally, I'd suggest looking in Issa, but the Fae are not fond of unexpected guests. But don't look so sad. There's still hope. When you're ready, meet me at the House of Ballads. Be on your way.
We can't trust her. Never met a Dakhilfar who'd give me a straight answer, even with a sword at their throat. Present company accepted, of course. But she wasn't wrong about that codex. Just be careful doing anything she suggests. Meanwhile, we can't just ignore the Tuatha that are tracking you. We need to do something about them. She said they came through Didenhill, didn't she? They don't belong in these lands, so they probably left a trail wide as an Eden's backside. Meet me there, and we'll track them down. Maybe we can find out why they're after you. Or at least how they can find you so easily. I've got some final rites to perform before I leave this place. Good luck.
Hello, Your Grace.
Glynel, I assure you it's an ancient codex, just like in the tales.
Intriguing. She has claim over many stories, but still, why would the Codex reveal itself to a child of dust?
And here I was beginning to think that you'd never show up. This is Lionel, Lawmaster of the House of Ballads. Give the Codex over to him, and he may have your answers. The Tuatha are a radical sect of Fae within the Winter Court, led by Gadflow and his insane rants about their new god. They've taken power and declared war on mortals. They use raw prismia to enhance their power, and their devotion borders on madness. But the most terrifying thing to the Fae is simply the fact that their siblings have changed so completely. You haven't been around much, have you? The Tuatha have been pressing west from their home in Alabastra. Right now, they're only threatening my people. But if we fall, the Tuatha will turn their eyes to the other mortal races. The Summer Court, or the Seelie Fae if you prefer, embody the growth and energy of nature, but they can still be as aloof and uncaring as a brutal summer day. The current High King of the Fae is Titarian, the wisest of the Summer Court. While Gadflow has undermined the Winter Court, he tries to keep their cycle in balance. The Winter Court, or the Unseelie, embrace the destruction and decay of nature. They aren't evil, but they aren't exactly the best of friends. Normally they share power peacefully with the Summer Court. But since the Tuatha have seized power, there is neither peace nor predictability. Titarian isn't quite what you'd expect from the High King of Summer, but he hasn't got the arrogance of his cousins, or their cheer. Ever since Gadflow killed the High King of Winter and started the war, Titarian has become distant and melancholy, and blind to the dangers around him. We've known for a long time that Prismia crystals allow us to store and focus magical power. The gnomes use it in their grander inventions, when they can get it. But we have no idea how Gadflow got a hold of so much of it. It makes his Tuatha the most dangerous army I've ever seen. The Fae do not have a written language, so their tales are their lifeblood, their history, and their future all in one. The House of Ballads is where they enshrine these legends and celebrate them, time and again. Lionel's one of the greatest balladeers amongst the Fae, and the most learned lawmaster you'll find outside of Issa. And as it happens, he owes me a favor. A close friend once told me, strive to be whatever you want to be. Fate might be a lie, but if it isn't, then worrying about it won't change a thing. For a long time, they were content to keep to their play of the Summer and Winter Courts. Now we fight Gadflow and the Tuatha for our very existence. We are the charmed, the subtle, and the inspired. In happier days, we were the loftiest of the mortal races. We despise open war. But for decades, the Tuatha have been at war with us, pushing into our lands and forcing us to take up arms. The Codex of Fate is no simple lawstone. It's more subtle and complex than any mortal could comprehend. But a lawmaster of ballads may be able to interpret it. I'm a woman of many talents, and we're all taught that we must use our talents for the greatest good, right? Loremaster Lionel has devoted centuries to the study of lore and ancient Fae stories. The codex he found isn't just any lawstone. Just talk to him, and I'm sure he'll be able to shed some light on the issue. Be on your way.
I was unaware that you were associated with Lady Shear. She speaks very highly of you. Occasion rare enough to be worth recording in its own right. But let's see this codex. Perhaps another of your tales will be written within. Oh, nothing. This is no mere lawstone, you know. The Codex of Destiny is distilled knowledge from the High King of the Fae, given to the first Fate Weavers. To have such knowledge in your hands is a tremendous gift. But why did it reveal itself to you? If you had told me such a thing before your adventure with the Maid of Windermere, I would have doubted you. Now, I can make out some parts, but this is odd. The Codex speaks of an exception, a void, an end to the endless. This is simply too much. The High King would never pawn such absurdity off as wisdom. I'm sure you think it is. I fear you must have been taken in by a forgery. A perfectly created one, perhaps, but a forgery nonetheless. But this codex speaks of impossible things, changes to fate, death of the immortals, and other heresies. To ascribe these lies to the High King would be... I'm sorry, but I must ask you to take it away. I will have no part in these lies. Every creature has its story. The wake it leaves behind in its travel. That is a telling. It is a narrative of defeats and victories that give every life meaning. Our Fae telling goes on from creation deep into the hidden end. Until then, we celebrate the small songs, the ones that celebrate the spring in which we find ourselves. For you, tales are naught but a reminder of your inevitable decline. But for the Fae, our tales are eternal reminders of our truest selves. Here we celebrate the very heart of our kind. The greatest of our tales, reborn and relived. The role of the storyteller is the most important to the Fae in the Court of Summer. He watches the telling as it unfolds. His gaze is not on one ballad, but all of them. As antiquarian, I'm keenly aware of the lesser ballads in Fae telling, and do my best to ensure that they're not lost in the wide river of time. I'm keeper of the Echo Stone here in the House of Ballads. It has only come to us recently, but I find its purpose most fascinating. He is an offense to our people. He upsets the natural order, and his war breaks the cycle. I will speak no more of him. We are the story that is told in every age, with different words, but the same meanings. We are the blazing summer and the brooding winter, forever following one another. We are as we have always been and shall ever be, no more and no less. It is a new relic crafted by several of our most attuned Fae mages. Usually the notion of new repels me, but in this case, I can't help but feel a spark of curiosity. The Echo Stone can be used like a lore stone to experience past narratives, stories that have long since left the lips of their tellers. However, one can only use the Echo Stone if he has the right matching cairn, a magical key devised by Hallam the White himself. All of us in the Western Feylands are subjects of High King Tatarian. Our presence maintains the natural balance, bringing the green of spring at winter's end. His wisdom is above us all, even the lords and ladies of the House of Ballads. The High King guides us in all the grand telling of the Fae. Do not bother me with such foolishness again. Unfortunate. I'd hoped that a true codex had been It had a meaning to it. Only its author could tell you. Do not bother me with such foolishness again.
Lionel spends his life cherishing old stories that show him something truly new, and he dismisses it. Tragic. First of all, we ignore this fool. Most Fae aren't comfortable with change, and you are certainly something new. I'm afraid that only one person will really be able to help us with the Codex, the High King himself. It will be difficult. His court is in the city of Issa. Very few mortals are permitted in its gardens. I do know one individual who can grant you permission to enter, but you'll have to meet him alone. Nerulem is a private person, and he carries a grudge against me, although perhaps person isn't the right word for him, nor is him. You'll find him in southeast Dalantoth at Caer Nerulem. Just head towards the giant tree, and, well, you'll see. That codex isn't just a complicated lore stone. It seems to tell a tale most Fae don't want to hear, and created by High King Titarian himself, no less. Interesting. You'll have to meet him on your own. I'd accompany you, but Nerulem and I have our disagreements. Good luck with Nerulem, and ignore anything he says about me.
welcome here. Nirilim has been waiting. Nirilim says few words, and even fewer words are spoken of the children of dust. You are quite the exception. Nirilim would not mention you unless there was some pressing matter of fate. You should speak with the wise tree yourself and learn of what has been foreseen. Chosen by the Summer Court, I serve as one of many tenders to Nirilim. Occasionally I'm privileged enough to hear the wisdom of the great tree itself. We care for the tree, making sure it grows strong and true. But we are more than just simple gardeners. It is an honor to be one of the chosen who meditate in the shade of Nirilim's wisdom, cultivating and bonding with its spirit. Nirilim is wiser than King Tatarian, and older than memory itself. Nirilim's words of wisdom carry much weight with the Summer Court. Go with wisdom.